Hi, happy Friday. I hope you had an incredible week. And this is Chavi Rappaport welcoming you to Torah today. And as we say, the Torah just as relevant today as it was yesterday at Sinai. Here's a situation where sometimes in jest I can make a comment that's not so positive about my own kids. But if you were to say something like that, then all of a sudden I would feel indignant. Like, how dare you? You can't make those kind of jokes about my kids. Parshat Chukat, and let's see this play out. Hashem is so, can we say, angry? I don't know, let's borrow that term. Hashem is upset. Moshe has hit the rock. And Hashem says, you cannot go into the land of Israel. You will not enter Eretz Yisrael, though you've carried the people for 40 years. Stood up for them, put your life on the line. But you are not going into Eretz Yisrael. You will stay in the desert. What has transpired? And here's the background. Miriam has passed away in this week's Torah portion. And the well that accompanied the Jewish people was in her merit. And now there's no well. There's no water. They're in a desert. And they clamor and attack Moshe. There's no water. Why did you bring us here? And we're going to die. And in a very, very rough, angry manner, really rebellion. And Moshe, at this point, is really frustrated. Haven't you seen over and over that Hashem takes care of your needs? Do you really need to attack in that way? And he blurts out, Shimuna Hamorim, listen, you rebellious people. And then he turns to Hashem, and God says, take the stick, go over and speak to the rock, and it will produce water. And Moshe does that. And he speaks to the rock. But lo and behold, nothing happens. Rashi, the commentary who explains literal questions we can have on the text, says what happened was the rock had moved, was in a different space. And so Moshe did not speak to the right rock. And the Jewish people are all around and mocking. Which rock is it going to be? And Moshe, standing there in this, tension-filled moment, thinks to himself, I gotta produce water. And he hits the rock. Now, we did say that Hashem told Moshe to take a stick. Why did he tell Moshe to take a stick if not to use it? And the rock had moved. What was he supposed to do? And God says, because you didn't sanctify my name in front of the Jewish people, but water came out. Since when does water come out of a rock if you hit it with a stick? Even though he did hit it twice, because the first time just a few trickles of water came out. What has transpired that is so strong that God is so upset? Shimu Nahamorim. Moshe refers to the Jewish people as rebellious people. Previously, when the Jewish people complained, the Torah says, Vayihu ha'am kimitonanim. They were like complainers, not attacking their very persona, but they behaved like complainers. And when Hashem hears, you are calling my children rebels, even though that's really what they were doing over and over again, but nevertheless, at the core, at the source, the essence is so good, is so pure. Hashem took offense. And Hashem said, that's it. The Moshe prayed 515 prayers. Va'etchanan. Numerical value of 515 because he prayed, beseeched. God said, stop the prayers. This is my decision. Moshe, the leader of generation, was setting an example for all the leaders, the Moshes of every generation, till the end of time. And guess what? There's a spark of motion in each and every one of us. We are all leaders. And as leaders, when we communicate, we need to take the time, never to say, you are a, and put in any kind of negative adjective. It's always the behavior that we address. In any situation, whether you're a parent, an educator, a CEO, whatever it is, there will be negative interactions, things you have to call out in another person. But we must always approach the person with, you are good, you are kind, you are giving, you are organized, you are whatever the word is that fits that situation. But in this situation, this is what needs a little bit of tweaking. And when we address a situation, a person that way, lo and behold, greatness begets greatness. When we take the time to go out and notice and acknowledge and celebrate greatness, we will watch it grow. It's just the way it is. So go out there, and no matter what the situation is, and even if it seems so negative, first address the positive aspect of that person that you see and you appreciate and you value. And then, only then, can you address what has been lacking. So let's go out there and have a great day. Shabbat Shalom.